caution him, Greg.
On the wing, Shumpert. Quiet so far offensively, searching for his first points of the game. Clock at 6. He dishes it to James. Plumlee with the rebound.
That's a shot he's got to hit. You don't get many looks better from that range.
Rose dishes to Plumlee. Mozgov with the steal. 8-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Here's Shumpert. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here.
Yeah, nice, strong finish there. Nearly a 3-point opportunity.
Full throttle, pedal to the metal, attacking basketball. I like that.
He hits one, then misses the second attempt from the free throw line. And here they come. Rose with the ball. Guarded now by Irving. Out of bounds, Cleveland takes possession.
And really just a lack of awareness on his part. Just no idea he was right near the line.
Well, the Cavaliers shooting an unreal 70% from the field, making a mockery of this defense. James outside. The feed now to Irving. The tray. The shot is off. And so a pretty lopsided. Welcome back, everyone, to the start of the second half. Big group substitution here for Cleveland. Mozgov, he's checked in for Tristan Thompson. Fry comes in for Kevin Love. Shumpert is checked in for J.R. Smith. And it's Matthew Dellavedova in for Kyrie Irving. Big group substitution here for Milwaukee. Plumlee, he's checked in for Monroe. Ken Bazemore comes in for Parker. Jared Bayless is checked in for Chris Middleton. And it's Rose in for Michael Carter-Williams. Filling out the wings, it's Shumpert and LeBron. Mozgov is out there with Channing Frye. And it's Dellavedova in at the point guard position. That's the 5 for Cleveland right now.
You must be frustrated with all those mistakes out there tonight. What are you going to do to try to limit those next time out?
Nothing. Turnovers don't bother me, man. It means I was trying to make something happen. I wish my teammates would try it every once in a while. Take a little pressure off me for once. Next.
They really had your number out there tonight, and it wasn't even close. What happened?
I didn't have any help, that's what happened. They were focused on locking me down all night, and when no one else steps up and fills that void, of course we're going to get blown out. Coach got a lot of work to do if he wants to fix this before next game. So get to it, Coach.
You went through a lot last year as you got acclimated to being in the NBA. And then you went through a tough time in the offseason with the death of your childhood friend, Victor. Can you explain your mindset to us as you try to move forward this season?
You're right. It's definitely been a challenging year. My rookie season, it all seems like a blur now. And losing Vic, that was one of the hardest things I've ever dealt with in my life. But I'm here now in a great situation for me to grow my game. And my focus on the game of basketball. 100%, 10 times 10. And I'm going to do whatever I can to bring this team a championship. But that's all I got. Thank you.
Check it out. Never knew a friend till I met a foe. Never knew pain till I met the game. Never had a real team that could win the rain. Never knew what a friend could do. Never knew I'd be bruised all black and blue. With my back to the wall. Scrap with my dogs. Rap with my dogs. Cat with my dogs. Fly with me in the land. Oakland, Los Angeles. Real homies turn to run. Even
It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
That's right, it's here, the official start of the new NBA season. I'm Ernie Johnson, excited to be here once again with Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith for another go-around. Tonight, we'll be watching the Milwaukee Bucks playing against the Houston Rockets at Toyota Center. And for Houston, they've got the benefit of starting out the season right at home in an atmosphere that's getting ready to explode to celebrate opening night. They are going to be amped to go after win number 1. Well, the Bucks had teased it during the playoffs, and finally it's been revealed. So what do you think, Shaq, about the Bucks' new logo?
Well, it's a sexy transition from red to gold. You know, it's pretty cool. The secondary logo, and I know this for a fact, it incorporates the state of Milwaukee. I know this, Ernie, because you're from the mean streets of Milwaukee.
I am from but it's a city of Milwaukee, not the state of Milwaukee. The state of Wisconsin.
No, same thing, Ernie. You know what I'm talking about.
I did grow up on the mean streets of Milwaukee. Yeah,
that deer kind of looks menacing now instead of like from a children's book, so I'm a little nervous, man.
So it doesn't look like a deer in the headlights.
You ain't really trying to get rich?
Look, what's up, man? Good to see you. How's the nice knowing you have family to have your back all the time?
For sure. Got to keep that support system in place. Make a big difference over a long season. Good luck tonight, man.
Thanks, man. Hey, you know we're taking this one, right?
Not a chance, freak.
Welcome, folks. Thanks for tuning in to 2K Sports for the latest presentation of our NBA basketball. This is Kevin Harlan with Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. Big group substitution here. Capella's checked in. Terrence Jones comes in for Monty Eunice. Brewer is checked in for Trevor Ariza. And it's Larkin in for Patrick Beverly. On the court for the Bucks, Rose, he's in at point guard. John Henson out there with Miles Plumlee. Then there's Kent Bazemore, and it's Bayless in at the 2. And the wide open shot from Rose. Chance there to take the lead, missing. So for the Bucks, their last game a loss to the Cavaliers in Cleveland.
May have been the worst effort you'll see from them all season long. Even for a game they weren't supposed to win, it should not have been that bad.
Against a lesser team, that performance wouldn't have been good enough. But play that way against a good team, and you end up with an ugly result that they had.
Pass to Bazemore.
Stick it too much.
Rose goes in, and it is flushed down with a nice jam.
And that is a major league flush right there, my friends.
And in a tight contest like this, Greg, that might be just what they need to get the tide rolling in their direction.
You're exactly right. I mean, so often when the team gets that kind of explosive play out of its backcourt, that can really rally and galvanize the whole squad.
to the middle. Stolen. And here we go. Harden heading to the hoop. Finished off the break. Harden's got his third basket of the night.
Really hard to find fault with anything he's doing this quarter, at least at the offensive end.
Here's Rose. Brewer with the rebound.
You know, he can be a little hesitant near the rim. We saw it there. If the defense offers just a little bit of resistance, he doesn't take it up quite strong enough.
Launches it. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
I'm not sure that was the play they had set up, but it was too good a look to pass him.
From deep, Rose falls through. He's now made 2 of 4.
Only took him a few seconds to answer the 3 ball with one of their own.
Greg, we've got a 3-point battle taking shape here.
Here's Harden. No good with the layup.
That's not the type of opportunity he fails to convert very often.
Rose attacking. Takes it from 10. Rose with another miss. And the foul called on Freak. That's his first foul. Here is Harden. He has 6. Down low. Stolen by Henson. Fires the 3. No good. Plenty of offense in this closely contested first quarter of play. And we heard from John Henson before the game, a player on the rise. He feels he still has a lot to prove. Well, it sounds like he still feels like he has something to prove. 2 changes. Jones comes in for Dwight Howard. And it's Montiunas in for Trevor Booker. Miles Plumlee's checked in for the Bucks. Rose comes in for Michael Carter-Williams. On the court for the Bucks, the dynamite pair of Antetokounmpo and Parker at forward. Rose is out there with Chris Middleton, and it's Plumlee in at the 5, down low. Shot clock at 5. Rose goes in, and he throws it down hard with one hand.
And Kevin, who says a point guard should look to pass first? I mean, not when you can finish like this, though.
Well, Clark, he wasn't going to give that opportunity up to a teammate.
Well, you know, Kevin, that's one he'll always take himself, and he should. I mean, you can't pass up that kind of opportunity or fun.
Now let's send it to Doris on the sideline.
Well, Kev, Freak in the last matchup against the Cavaliers put forth a nice effort. He picked up 12 points, and he was a free throw machine. A ton of his work done at the charity stripe. If his play in the first game of the season is any indicator to the kind of year he's going to have, all you can say is look out, league. Guys?
Thanks, Doris. He had a heck of an outing that night, GA.
Yeah, he really did, Kevin. I mean, a very professional performance. Played hard every single second he was on the court.
Guys, that's what we expect from him, and he rarely lets us down, and he certainly didn't let us down that night.
Looking at who's out there now for the Rockets. Capella's checked in, and it's Brewer in for Trevor Ariza.
Take a look at the performance in this one for Rose. 9 points, and from long range, he's hit 1 3-pointer.
And when it's all said and done, I got a sneaky suspicion he's going to have a few more.
Here's Larkin. Still getting warmed up offensively. No buckets yet in the game for him. Right side Jones. And it's sent back by Plumlee. Here is Bayless. Defended by Beverly. Here's Rose. And Rose throws it down hard.
Some hang time on that rim. Puts a little whipped cream on that angel food.
Okay. And those displays of strength, Clark, can get one team rolling.
Agreed.
And also the other on its heels. Let's see how this one turns out.
And the highlight reel replay brought to you by Kia. Good stuff on that Kia Slam Cam. And there's the feed to Henson. Henson sets a screen for Rose. Back to Henson.
Oh,
jam! I mean, just beautiful.
Man, he got fancy with that one, didn't he?
Yeah, maybe trying to give them the momentum boost they need to break this game open.
I tell you what, I like that, though, guys. Some coaches might not want you to make a play like that, but I tell you what, when you got the skills like that, I say go for it. I mean, even he was surprised to be that open.
Rose against Beverly. Rose passes to Plumlee. Dishes it to Rose. Henson, a screen on Beverly to the paint, up off the screen. And there's the whistle, fouled hard on the shot. He'll go to the line.
Yeah, way to play in attack mode and get to the line.
And, you know, the defense gets their money's worth on that foul, stopping the layup and not giving up the and one.
Stolen by Rose. About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Bazemore hits the bucket.
And every once in a while, he'll show up and give you some great moves around the hoop.
Larkin kicks to Brewer. 15 seconds left now here in the second. Fast break, Milwaukee. Here's Bazemore. It's good. This time the assist from Rose. And it's a 5-point Bucks lead.
He always knows where his teammate's going to be, and Kevin, that will let him put the ball where he wants it, right waiting for him.
And a pretty tightly contested game. The third quarter now beginning. Both sides looking to pull away. Houston making some changes. Trevor Booker, he's checked in now for Monty Eunice. Brewer comes in for Trevor Ariza. And it's Larkin in for Patrick Beverly. Brewer is out there with Trevor Booker. Then it's Harden. Then there's Shane Larkin. And it's Howard in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. So that's who's on the floor for the Rockets.
And really smart to draw his man out to the perimeter. He's giving up too much size to be effective inside.
Showed nice basketball IQ. I agree, Greg. I mean, if he finds his spot on the perimeter and doesn't force it, I think his outside shot will be hard to block no matter who's defending him.
Rose dishes to Plumlee. Can't cash in from close range. Rockets trail by 5. And the jam by Harden.
Oh, wow, the floor just really opened up for him on that possession.
Yeah, I mean, I'm all for good offense, but that was just a terrible reaction from the defense.
Bayless the pass to Rose. Out to the right wing. And Bayless kicks to Rose. The Bucks working the ball around. Plumlee dishes to Rose. Milwaukee, no good that time either. The Rockets have gone at a pretty good shooting pace. They're 6 of 13 from the field here in the third. Kicks it to Larkin. Harden with the screen on Rose. Larkin, the pass to Howard. And Henson sends it back. Now here's Rose, the fast break opportunity. Bazemore misses.
You know, the alley-oop is a great play when it works, but boy, when it doesn't.
Yeah, it can make you look silly. It embarrasses you. And we had a little silliness right there for sure. I think he was surprised by how much space he had there and just rushed the shot a little bit.
Offside Rose. Stripped away. Here's Larkin. We've got 28 seconds left here in the third quarter. Harden kicks to Larkin. To tie. They get it back. Here's Howard. And there's the whistle. Fouled hard on the shot. He'll go to the line. This is his first trip to the line tonight.
And not the guy you want to see at the line too often. Season numbers has him in the bottom tier of the league.
And, you know, with his free throw percentage being where it was last season, it changed the way teams defended him. I mean, there were no easy baskets. He was going to get fouled anytime he got near the rim. They were going to make him earn his points at the line.
Harden against Rose. Down low, Plumlee. He clangs that one off the back iron, and down it falls. Plumlee's got his first bucket in this one. Harden. Oh, he hits it! And we're set to start the action up here in the fourth quarter. We're making some changes. Dwight Howard, he's checked in for Monty Eunice. Jones comes in for Trevor Ariza. And it's Booker in for James Harden. The Bucks also changing it up. Plumlee comes in for Parker, and it's Rose in for Michael Carter-Williams.
Take a look at what Beverly's been doing. He's got 13 points and 5 assists. It's been a really complete performance for him today.
And Clark, he's made a huge impact at both ends of the floor.
Catching up on the changes for Houston. Monteunice is checked in for Capella. Lisa comes in for Terrence Jones. And it's James Harden in for Booker. And Milwaukee, looking at who they've got. Filling out the wings, it's Middleton and Antetokounmpo. Plumlee out there at Greg Monroe. And it's Rose in at the point. 4 on the shot clock. That 3 off the mark. And an intentional foul right there. He hits the first one, and that increases their lead to 6. He's off on the free throw, unable to get that second one to drop in. And it's Milwaukee's ball. Antetokounmpo kicks to Rose. Middleton dishes to Rose. Over in the corner, Antetokounmpo. Puts up a 3. Cans the 3.
And really, how about the quick release on that triple there, because he's given up a lot of height in that matchup.
Right on target you are, Greg. I mean, the quick release is what made the difference there. Any hesitation, and that shot is being blocked.
So he goes 2 for 2 at the line, and it's a 5-point game.
And you can wrap this one up. Great job to stay cool at the line and finish it off.
He feeds it to Rose. Misses the 3. So Houston wins it. They didn't make it easy on themselves or their fans. But Clark, in the end, everyone's satisfied.
Yeah, you know, it looked like for a moment there, the outcome would...
The 2K Sports postgame show.
Thank you, Kevin. And now we get a chance to present our Jordan Player of the Game, Donatas Monteunice.
He had a very nice night from the field tonight, shooting over 50%. That smooth, soft touch was working for him tonight. No matter how tight the D played.
Well, he certainly pulled his weight in the rebound department. His energy and his positioning were fantastic. Forget about everything else he did. His work on the glass alone had a big impact tonight.
And that'll do it for our broadcast tonight. Hope you enjoyed the show. For me and Kenny Smith, Shaquille O'Neal, and Kevin Harlan, and the entire 2K Sports crew, have a wonderful evening.
It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Early season's greetings, NBA fans. I'm Ernie Johnson. Thanks for joining us. Got Shaquille O'Neal here. Got Kenny the Jet Smith here for this edition of the NBA on 2K Sports. We'll watch the Charlotte Hornets in this one as they go up against the Bucks in Milwaukee. Well, for Milwaukee, this is a big game coming up for them. They've dropped their first 2 games, and the last thing they want to do is open the season 0-3. That is not the way to tip things off. And guys, we'll get to see Freak play in this one. He was one of the bigger names in college, jumped to the NBA after 1 year. Shaq, you left early as well. How hard of a decision was it to leave school?
Well, it's never an easy decision. Each person has different reasons why they want to leave. Financial responsibility, just getting tired. In my case, the Hack of Shaq was created. I was getting beat up too much, and I heard my main man Dick Vitale say if Shaq leaves, he'll be the #1 pick. So I didn't want to go back, get hurt, and possibly drop.
Yeah, because you could have been #2 if you stayed a year, I'll tell you. But, this guy, Freak, because if you would have played in that era with Freak, I don't know, Shaq, this guy.
It's NBA basketball on 2K Sports. We're glad you could join us on this exciting Friday night matchup. This is Kevin Harlan, joined by my colleagues Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. It's a 1-game reprieve at home for the Bucks. And first quarter, we're about 3.5 minutes in. Now, here's Walker. Coming off a solid outing against Miami. Fader on the way. Rebound, Milwaukee. Tough loss coming against the Rockets in the last game they played.
And on an ordinary night, guys, I think they would have come out on top. That's just how well they played. But they happened to catch an opposing team at the very top of their game.
I'd venture to guess, Greg, that if that game was played in their building instead of on the road, they win it.
Rose gets the bucket. Charlotte leading by 3. Outside, Lynn. There's the pass to Walker. Back to Lynn. Zeller setting the pick for Lynn. Clock at 4. Williams with a clean look. Hits the 3-point bomb. Williams has got 6 points.
They really can't allow him too many open looks like that. I mean, that's just inviting trouble.
And it's Rose penetrating. Shot no good. And Charlotte will come the other way. They come in fresh off a win against the Heat.
You know, they played well enough to win, but to be honest with you, I just felt like their opponent's defensive performance was shaky at best.
Yeah, I'd go along with that, Greg. I mean, the game wasn't handed to them, but they definitely didn't have to work as hard for it as they should have.
In the corner, Bazemore with it. And Plumlee kicks to Rose. That is good.
Wow, what a pass there. He made that a very easy basket with that setup.
Walker dishes to Lynn. There's Williams with the 3. No good.
His touch has disappeared on him this quarter. He just hasn't been able to get it going.
And plenty of contact on the shot. So 2 free throws coming up. The Bucks shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw attempts of the game.
At the line for your Bucks, Jared Bayless.
That's good from Bayless. John Henson's checked in for Milwaukee. And a switcher also for Charlotte. Courtney Lee, he's checked in for Walker. Both free throws good from Bayless. Charlotte's gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. Outside, Batum. Pass to Zeller. And out of bounds as the Bucks gain possession.
A temporary lapse of focus from him on that turnover. It's embarrassing, but on occasion it does happen.
The Bucks trail. The shot and game clock separated by 4. Rose against Len. Rose passes to Bazemore. The dive for the ball. Lynn with the steal. kicks to Lynn. There's the three. Oh, and he just knocked down the buzzer beater.
What a three.
And that concludes the first quarter of play. Hornets lead by 5. And we'll get the second quarter underway on the other side of this break. We sat down with Freak to discuss how he's handling the loss of his close friend. Our thoughts and prayers go out to Freak Clark and his family.
Without question. I mean, it's a really difficult road to navigate, the loss of a loved one or a close friend. And sometimes...
A platoon swap here for Milwaukee. Charlotte also making some changes. Williams, he's checked in for Zeller. Batum comes in for Lee. And Walker subbed in for Jeremy Lin. Rose in at point guard. Plumlee out there with Jabari Parker. Then there's Kent Bazemore. And it's Bayless in at the 2 spot. That's the group for Milwaukee right now. What do you guys think so far about the offensive approach for Milwaukee?
We got a storyline here. If it goes on for the rest of the game, it could be all those points they're getting at the foul line.
Yeah, they're showing some muscle also in the first half as well, and getting a lot of their points in the paint. Really like the balance they've shown.
And that one falls, and that puts them up by 1 point. For Milwaukee, they've gotten just over 50% of their shots to drop here in the second quarter. They're 5 for 9. Rose can't hit. Hornets have gotten a little under 50% of their second quarter shots to find the mark. 4 of 9 all told. Here's Kid Gilchrist. Plumlee with the rebound. The Bucks shooting about 33%. Not happy with their play on that end. And so he draws the foul on the shot. A trip to the line to shoot 2.
And you know what? You allow a guy to get right to the rim like that. That's your only option.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, free throws are always better than a layup. So I'd agree with you there, Greg.
Good on both. Charlotte shooting at just about an even 40% from the field for the second quarter. Screen by Jefferson. Right side, Batum. And the shot is good, dropping in off the front of the rim. And it's 8 points for Al Jefferson. And Bayless kicks to Rose. And it's Parker at the elbow. Stolen by Walker. Down low. Got a hand on it, and they're able to recover. Here's Bazemore. Good D by Williams.
Well, the effort was there, but he just couldn't quite fight his way through traffic.
And Walker kicks to Kid Gilchrist. The shot's good on the assist by Walker. Walker's got 3 assists tonight. Bucks trail by 3. Outside Rose.
Move the ball. Stick it too much.
Six to shoot. From 13 feet, it goes down. Rose has got 8. 46 seconds left in the first half. Screen by Jefferson. Kid Gilchrist dishes to Walker. To the left side wing. And Jefferson, here we go.
Al Jefferson doing all sorts of things. He's got 8 points, and he's added a steal to his stat line also.
You know what? The number is not huge, but he has been doing some valuable defensive work for them.
Shooting 100% in the quarter. They've made them all, taking full advantage at the line.
I tell you what, nice job making the most of their opportunity.
And the basket by Rose. Here's Walker. He has 6. Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. A floater. And lots of contact there. Missing the shot. He'll shoot 2.
You know, he didn't get to the line in that entire first quarter. But right now, he's showing some aggressiveness out there.
For Charlotte, they have been exceptional shooting free throws tonight, going 9 for 9. The Bucks have gone 7 of 13 from the field since the start of the second. Bazemore passes to Rose. Here's Plumlee, and he takes that one up and powers it through.
And he's just going all out to get the second chance points. Just a terrific finish.
There was no one that was going to prevent MGA from converting that one.
Well, clearly this is the kind of game that could come down to 1 or 2 plays, and he wants to be the guy to make those plays.
And he can't hit the second.
There you go, fans. That was your best answer. One more time. Let me hear it.
And a pretty tightly contested game here as we end the first half. Hornets ahead, up 3. And we'll get going after this from the BMO Harris Bradley Center.
Come on, Bradley Center. You better be making some.
And it's been a back-and-forth game so far with no ground given through the first. Big group substitution here for Milwaukee. Henson's checked in for Monroe. Miles Plumlee comes in for Parker. Jared Bayless is checked in for Chris Middleton. And it's Rose in for Carter Williams. So an almost entirely new group in now for Charlotte. Cody Zeller's checked in for Jefferson. Batum comes in for Kid Gilchrist. Courtney Lee, he's checked in for Jeremy Lamb. And it's Jeremy Lin in for Kemba Walker. And Charlotte looking at who they've got. Lee out there with Jeremy Lin. Then there's Batum. Then it's Williams. And it's Zeller in at the pivot spot, manning the middle.
And guarding him on the perimeter isn't a priority for them right now, but if this continues, it will be.
Here's Rose. They get it back. Plumlee, and it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Williams. And the Bucks making a change here. Bazemore's checked in. And Henson kicks to Rose. Out to the wing. Hornets with the rebound.
That's the kind of D you need when he's got the ball near the hoop. They were all over him.
Charlotte moving the ball around. The game now all time. And that's 11 points here for Lin.
These defenders had better start closing out on those shooters.
That's 2 in a row, and we call that a streak.
Here's Rose. And it's blocked. 1:22 left to play in the third. And a wide open look for Lee. And that misses. That would have put him up.
I guess even he has to miss one of those once in a while.
Rose with the ball. And it's Lin picking him up.
Move the ball. Stick it too much.
Baseline J on the way. Here's Henson. Goes to the reverse layup and drops it in. Henson's got his second bucket of the night.
You know, he didn't need to make the layup complicated. I mean, it's not a trick shot contest, but he decided to go for a little extra flavor on that one.
Lin's shot is off.
That's a shot he's got to hit. You don't get many looks better from that range. Excellent work there in transition.
Yeah, I think it's always better to go early in transition, to attack when it's there, because oftentimes you can beat the defense down the floor.
Feeds it to Zeller. The basket good off the assist from Lin.
Great rise and dime there. He changed gears in midair to make the assist.
Here's Rose. And foul called as he misses. He'll go to the line and shoot 2. It goes on Cody Zeller.
That's his first personal foul.
Free throw drops for Rose.
Free at the line for 2.
And so he hits both.
They got to keep fighting their way to the line, guys. This half, it's been nothing but success for them there.
Yeah, taking full advantage from the charity stripe. They've yet to miss here in the second.
Rose against Land. And he's got his first free throw of the game. That free throw, no good. Charlotte making a switch here. And he sinks the second. Rose against Land. Outside Rose. Here's Parker. That concludes the third quarter. It continues to be an exciting neck-and-neck game. Bucks lead by 3. And we're coming right back after this break to get the fourth quarter underway. We welcome you back to what has been a good one here as we get Rose. He's checked in for Carter Williams. The Hornets also changing it up. Nicholas Batum. He's checked in for Cody Zeller. Lee comes in for Kid Gilchrist. And it's Jeremy Lin in for Jeremy Lamb. The dynamite pair of Antetokounmpo and Parker at forward. Rose is out there with Chris Middleton, and it's Monroe in at the center position. That's the group for Milwaukee right now. He drops the first one, and that makes it a 7-point lead. So he gets them both, and it's an 8-point game. On offense here, the Bucks. Rose gets a wide open look. And it's off the back rim, no good.
And there have been some terrible shot choices here, Kev. That's not a good look at all.
Here's Walker. And so it's Charlotte with the win. And in the win, a comfortable win in what was, I think, G, a pretty hostile environment.
It really was.
We got to forget about that one.
The 2K Sports postgame show.
Hi again, everybody. This is Ernie Johnson, joined by Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. Time now to present our Jordan Player of the Game, Kemba Walker. He put his team on his back and carried them as we've seen him do before, but it never gets old. A textbook example of making play after play to lead the way.
Well, he showed us just how good he can be when he's at the top of his game. And the building was stunned. You saw people leave.
And that brings us to the end of our broadcast for this evening. For Kenny Smith, Shaquille O'Neal, Kevin Harlan, and our illustrious 2K Sports crew, this is Ernie Johnson saying good night. And we'll see you again soon, but not soon enough.
the 2K Sports pregame show.
Hey everybody, I'm Ernie Johnson, and trick-or-treating door-to-door with me tonight are Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. Happy Halloween, everybody. It's very
Trick-or-treat, give me something good to eat.
Tonight, it'll be the Philadelphia 76ers going up against the Milwaukee Bucks. Well, for the Bucks, coming into this matchup with no shortage of confidence, they won all 4 games against this team last season. And the ghouls and goblins are out as we're hosting here on Halloween night. Oh, that is very scary, Shaq. I see you decided not to dress for the occasion.
Well, when you're 7 feet and as sexy as I am, you don't need a costume. Plus, I took my kids trick-or-treating before I came here. Ernie, father duties.
Wow. I just remember the worst trick that I ever got in the bag.
Trick in the bag. We're wearing our costumes. We hope you are too. Happy Halloween as 2K Sports presents the NBA. This is Kevin Harlan along with Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony with Doris Burke reporting on the sidelines. The Philadelphia 76ers preparing to defend home court in this Eastern Conference battle. They're getting their first. And then for Milwaukee, Plumlee is checked in for Monroe. Bayless comes in for Chris Middleton. And it's Rose in for Carter Williams. And Milwaukee, looking at who they've got, the dynamite pair of Antetokounmpo and Parker at forward. Jared Bayless is out there with Rose. And it's Plumlee in at the pivot spot, manning the middle.
And a chance here to check out how the Bucks ranked in the NBA last season. 3rd in fewest turnovers per game. 5th in second chance points. And they were a top 10 team in field goal shooting. Pretty impressive.
Yeah, and the stat I look to, though, is the low turnovers. They did such a great job of limiting their mistakes, really maximizing their opportunities offensively.
Out to Thompson. Pass to Noel. Back to Thompson. Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
Well, check out that assist. That's a pair of teammates that are clearly on the same page.
Rose goes in, and the rejection by Embiid. The shot's good from Plumlee.
And already we've got a very lopsided edge on the boards for them.
Yeah, +5. As you mentioned, that didn't take very long, did it?
He's covered by Rose. Rebound, Milwaukee. Defeated by the Hornets in their last game. They'll try to put that one behind them.
Yeah, and the foul trouble. Coming down the stretch, you know, they didn't have the guys on the floor you'd like to have out there, nor could they be as aggressive on the defensive side of the ball.
Yeah, and because of the foul trouble, they really didn't want to incur more foul trouble, so they backed off and became passive, and that's no way to play defense.
Misses the layup.
That's terrific defense right there to prevent from converting in close.
.106 left to play in the first. No good.
No doubt he's struggling right now from the field. Let's see if he can get it going this quarter.
Good D by Thompson.
He's always going to have a difficult time finishing when the defense is in his face like that.
Fires the three. Antetokounmpo pulls it in.
Boy, from my angle, it looked like it was in the bottom of the net. Looked good from here.
Yeah, I'm about as shocked as you are, Clark.
Rose goes in and stolen by Noel. Shot clock and game clock separated by less than 6 seconds. Thompson softly drops in the floater.
That's a precision shot. You've got to be precise. No room for error on the floater.
Here's Rose. There we go. Now in the scoring column with that make, he is 1 for 4.
Hard to get that one off with the size difference there. That makes it a tough individual matchup for him, especially down low.
Well, took on the big guys going in there and challenging them like he did. But boy, that was a nice job.
And so it's Milwaukee with it. 3-point lead. Shoots the three. No good, trying to beat the buzzer. And a high-scoring first quarter. Both teams really filling it up. Bucks.
Okay, Philadelphia, let's get a hand to your own.
And the second quarter getting underway. No team. Both teams changing it up here. Bucks trail by 4. Grant at small forward with Noel at the 4. Then it's Thompson. Then there's Okafor. That's the group in the game for the 76ers. Antetokounmpo defending. Here's the dish to Okafor. The shot by Thompson, and no one's around. And it's Thompson again missing. The Bucks have gotten a little under 50% of their second quarter shots to find the mark. 4 of 9 all told. Here's Rose. Got a piece of it. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass.
I'll tell you what, the defenders didn't even get a sniff of him on that move to the hoop.
Philadelphia has gone 2 of 4 from three-point range so far in the second quarter. And the foul called on Freak. That is his first foul of the game. And Philadelphia making a change here. Embiid's checked in. He's covered by Rose. And there's the basket. Whistle blows and a chance for a three-point play. Going to the line for 1.
Really aggressive play there, taking it to the rack against the big fella.
You know, Greg, aggressiveness is really the only option when you're on the wrong side of the size equation.
Shoots a 3. And it's Philadelphia with the rebound. This game coming after a loss against the Jazz.
And that was a game where you just sensed that they would get it going and somehow be able to come out with the victory, but just not in the cards on that night.
Well, you had a little more faith in them than I did. I mean, I just never saw any signs of real life there that could be sustained.
And here we go with Thompson running it up the court. The shot, no good. Excellent D there from Parker. Bucks trail by 5. And here's Rose outside, and he gets the bucket. Rose has got his second bucket of the night. The 76ers have gotten 7 of their 12 field goal attempts to drop here in the second quarter, up over 50%. He's covered by Rose. Thompson outside to the wing on the left. The lead pass was put in just the right spot. And the 76ers lead by 4.
Well, here in the second, not as listless. They're showing some signs of life offensively.
You know, steadying themselves. After a tough start, they're back on track.
Rose dishes to Bayless. Outside Rose. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here.
And you know what? You allow a guy to get right to the rim like that. That's your only option.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, free throws are always better than a layup, so I'd agree with you there, Greg.
And both free throws good for Rose.
Check out the game for Rose. He has 8 points, and he's chalked up 1 3-pointer on the day as well.
And Clark, I'm sure that won't be the last one. A lot of times he can get hot and stay hot from beyond.
Thompson left side. He's looking for Noel and finds him. The three-pointer is right on target. 10 points for him.
Boy, he's really doing a nice job taking advantage of what the defense is giving.
Here's Rose. So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there. He's made 3 of his 4 free throw attempts in the game.
And he hit his foul shots a season ago at about a 74% clip.
Here in the second quarter, they've made all of their shots from the foul line. And that's a must-do when you're down.
And now Philadelphia on the break. For Philadelphia, they have made 7 out of 9 when they've stepped to the line.
At the line for your 76ers.
The free throw drops for Grant.
Jeremy Grant at the line for 2.
And Grant drops them both. Here's Rose. He's got 9. The 3. No luck. And the first half is now in the books. 70. to start the quarter. Both teams changing it up here. Milwaukee in the lead, setting the floor for the Bucks. Rose, he's in at the point. Kent Bazemore is out there with Miles Plumlee. Then it's Jared Bayless, and it's Henson in at the center. Philadelphia's gone 0-2 from deep to start things here in the second half. For the lead, it falls for his 5th field goal of the night. Now shooting 5 for 8.
How can you forget about him? I mean, he's not going to miss that open of a look.
Rose in the post. Rose a screen on Thompson. Kicks it to Henson. And the shot counts. He's fouled, and it's a chance for a 3-point play.
How about that one? Able to maintain control and finish the play.
Yeah, we call that playing through the whistle. You know, he didn't give up on it when he heard the whistle. He kept his focus, his concentration, and he found a way to get the shot up and down.
Pass to Embiid on the wing, Thompson. And he didn't get quite enough under that one. The Bucks have gone 8 of 14 on their shot attempts here in the third. Some pretty nice work. And it's Rose penetrating. Misses from close range. 1:10 left in the third. The steal. Can't hit.
And that's the way you want to defend. Nice job there.
Always important to have that good interior defense.
Here's Noel. No good. And Milwaukee will come the other way. Celtics will be coming into town for the next game. And that game will kick off a 4-game homestand. Rose goes in. And it's Philadelphia with the rebound.
A chance here to go 2 for 1.
Boy, they've got to ramp up the speed and make it happen in a hurry.
Thompson. No good.
Those are chances almost always you can rely on him to get you 2 points, but the defense just enough to keep him out of rhythm.
And it's out of bounds to the Bucks as Milwaukee retains possession.
You know what? A low percentage pass on that one, but sometimes it's worth the risk.
Well, that time the risk did not pay off because it was well defended.
From deep, Rose, and it's good in the assist by Parker. Rose has got the lead up to 5 now for Milwaukee. The pass to Noel with 4 seconds on the clock.
The defense there got away with a major lapse.
Okay, Philadelphia, let's give a hand to your own Sixers dancers.
And welcome back to the second half. Both teams deciding to change it up. 1:30 left in the fourth quarter. Philadelphia's gone ice cold from three-point land, 0 of 4 since the start of the final quarter. The winky duo of Noel and Embiid down low. And there's Carl Landry. Then it's Porter. That's the group on the floor for Philadelphia.
Yeah, the defender all over it.
Greg, he got him good there. I mean, that's why the shot was so far off.
And an important part of every team's game. And we'll look at the hustle stats for the Bucks.
We've seen them make the extra effort from a defensive standpoint, closing out airspace and sending shots back.
Another part of their game that's made a difference they've been able to get.
Robert Covington's checked in for Philadelphia. Rose passes to Parker. At basket number 6 to his stat sheet. He's now 6 for 10.
Man, he is just really in a flow right now. That field goal percentage has gone through the roof.
Okay, Philadelphia, let's give a hand to your own Sixers dancers.
Let's find out what Doris Burke has for us.
Hey, Kevin, during that last break, I heard Philadelphia's coach as he addressed his team. He said, no time to waste, fellas. We've got to pick it up right now if we're going to make a comeback and try to win this thing. Let's go all out. Back to you.
And the 76ers making a change here. Smith has checked in. He feeds it to Porter. Andrew with the screen. Porter against Middleton. Covington in the corner. 5 to shoot. Smith kicks to Noel. Count the basket and the foul. That one on Monroe.
That's how you get the crowd on its feet.
Huge bucket.
I think the roof's about to come off this place.
Boy, I tell you what, the complexion of this game would be completely different if he'd shot the ball anything like he's capable of.
Smith kicks to Covington. Lets it go from 11. Great D that time from Middleton. Now 8 seconds separating the two clocks. I think we'll see them burn the clock a bit here.
You know, I think that's probably a smart move.
I think so, too. And the basket by Rose.
Just no let up, guys. They just keep coming at you.
Well, this lead is too big to overcome. I'm going out on the limb right now. There's just not enough time left on the clock to make up the ground they have.
Okay, guys, the clock is our enemy. Now focus up and know your role. Trust each other to make the play. Freak.
Inside, got a piece of it. Stolen by Monroe, and so they choose to intentionally foul.
That's his 4th personal foul. Teams shooting.
And no good as the first free throw missing for him. We'll see if he can nail the second. And he does get the second one, and that makes it a 7-point lead. Guys, no real chance for them to come back now.
Nope, this one is sealed and delivered.
Yeah, I think the focus has to be on their next game at this point.
Covington's shot is off. Antetokounmpo dishes to Rose. For 3, missed. So it's Milwaukee picking up the win.
The 2K Sports post-game show.
Thank you, Kevin. And now we get a chance to present our Jordan Player of the Game, Greg Monroe.
And he shows just how good he can be when he's at the top of his game. And the building was stunned. You saw people leaving early, throwing popcorn, throwing.
And that wraps things up, folks. Thanks for joining us. For Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith.
Check it out. Never knew a friend till I met a foe. Till I met. Never knew pain till I met the game. Never had a real team that could win a ring. Never knew what a friend could do. Never knew I'd be bruised all black and blue. With my back to the wall. Scrap with my dogs. Rap with my dogs. Cat with my dogs. Fly with me in Atlanta. Oakland, Los Angeles. Real homies never turn to run. Even if a youngster don't wanna pull them. Even if a youngster don't wanna meet the sun. We gon' rep to the death where the roots is from. Each day's another change. My homies stay the same. Like feeling strange, cause this world's getting so deranged. Each day's another change. My homies stay the same. Like feeling strange, cause this world's getting so deranged. I'm with my homies, yeah. I'm with my homies, yeah. I'm with my homies, yeah. I'm with my homies. stand and struggle. I know you came to hustle, grit your teeth and clench your knuckles. We didn't come to fight, we came to get you. Rolling with me till we die, that's how homies ride. No need for consternation, gather the congregation. I'm rocking for my nation, to get that spirit raising. To all my cousins and my cliques, family and folks. We got our ride out till we break up all them hundreds folks. Each day's another change, my homies stay the same. Like feeling strange, cause this world's getting so deranged. Each day's another change, my homies stay the same. Like feeling strange, cause this world's getting so deranged. I'm with my homies, yeah. 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 Never knew chill till I met with beef. Never knew war till I met with peace. Never knew time till I came to rest. Got a couple real homies and they all the best. Never knew could stand to watch. Seen a couple of my homies die upon the block with a the vultures fly. My life stop. Hard to see in a cold night when it's cold at night and my soul in ice. Gotta be when I'm holding tight and I hold the lights. Get a poltergeist, but real homies never turn their back. My homies facing all these tracks. My homies all rapping mad. We rolling out like Cadillac. Each day's another change. My homies stay the same. Like feeling strange, cause this world's getting so deranged. Each day's another change. My homies stay the same. Like feeling strange, cause this world's getting so deranged. I'm with my homies, yeah. 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 West side, east side, north side, west side, south side, east side, north side. Time after time.